Hey, what's up, guys? I wanted to give some rules for dating in our time. Now, recently, I just got a breakup with a girl that I was with for like 3 weeks. Not very long, but we were very close in that time. For instance, she would come over late at night, 12 a.m. I would like go to her place, pick her up, and bring her back to my place. I slept at her place once. We did a bunch of stuff together. We traveled the city. We went to different areas together. She was beautiful too, a very beautiful girl. And I talked about her in my previous video. She's the bisexual one. And for the past 3 days, though, she's been giving me a rejection. You know, she's been rejecting me, and I made a mistake a few days ago where she had body image issues in the past, and I told her some stuff that I guess hurt her feelings pretty bad. I told her I was drunk, and I told her that she has under chin fat, something like that. And she had like an eating disorder in the past, and I wasn't meaning in like a disrespectful way, but I was just saying like it's because you're not having enough protein in your diet. If you have more protein, you'll have less fat and more muscularity. And I said like reduce carbs as well. Now keep in mind, she's not fat at all. This girl's very in shape. It's just that one morning she woke up and I just noticed she had a little bit more under chin fat than I remembered, let's say. But she's a theater person. Like her body's very in shape. There's like no fat. It's like abs you can feel, perfect ass. Everything's really attractive. But anyways, it hurt her feelings quite a bit. And after that day, I dropped her off in the morning. That morning, I was telling her I apologize and everything. And she was very serious. And then I texted her back and she said that she doesn't want to see me anymore. And it hurt me really badly. Man, I was crying for like 2-3 days straight. And if I think about her now, again, I'd probably end up bawling. I got really sad about it. I made a mistake. I tried so hard to fix it. And it seemed the more I tried, the less attracted she was. I felt like there's points where she was like interested in meeting again, and then I screwed it up by being needy. So I guess game does play a factor into these things. It definitely does. Now keep in mind, I made a mistake by, we came to an agreement where we said we're both going to be monogamous for this time being. Like we're just going to get together. And I told her, since you're bisexual, I'm completely cool with you getting with other girls, but not other dudes. I don't want to be sleeping with a girl who's sleeping with many other dudes. I'd love to sleep with a girl who's sleeping with many other girls, you know what I'm saying? But not a girl that's sleeping with many other dudes. So I told her, girls, yes, guys, no. And she told me, girls, no, guys, yes. But I'm not bisexual, so I'm not going to get with any guys, right? She just sent me the like an hour ago, the last final rejection. She says, she said, I was trying to convince her to meet me again. I felt like couldn't change her mind if in person. But she said, I'm sorry, the things you said, there's no way to, I accept your apologies, but there's no way to take back what you said. I don't want to see you again. And I wish you well, goodbye. And she just said that. Brutal. Because this is one of those girls that comes by once in a blue moon. Like, this is a very beautiful, in her prime girl with a very good personality. She was very, like, caring towards me. She would be like, if I'm not having fun at a party or something we're at, she'd walk up to me and she'd ask me, are you doing okay? Are you liking it here? And if I said no, she would try to go. She would try to take me with her and we'd leave. And if I was bored somewhere, she would try to excite me or do something that would make me happy, right? Now, she's very unique. This girl is kind of like an outlier because I really didn't think the looks factor was the main factor that attracted her. It was more personality things. Because truth of the matter is she could get a lot better looking guys than me. and she settled with me for like 3 weeks. But here's what I'm saying. Here are some of my rules for dating at this time. Things that I should have done, things I regret. One, I noticed that being in a relationship with a girl isn't something you could do lackadaisically. It requires effort. It requires she can lose her interest in you pretty quick. And when a girl loses interest, when a girl doesn't like you anymore, it's very easy for her to go. It's very easy. So if a girl if you like, girls are like, I said girls are like machines. In a way, I know that sounds very rude, I guess you could say, but in a way they're kind of like machines. You put in, human beings are kind of like machines, right? You put in a certain input and you get out a certain outcome from that input that you put in, right? So if you make a girl feel, let's say, bored or unhappy or insecure, for a lot of girls, they will leave you because of that. You know, if you make a girl feel excited, happy, connected, have a strong trust between you, a deep emotional bond, her output from your input of those things, her output will be very committed and very close to you emotionally, and you meaning a lot to her, right? But I wasn't doing those things. I got in the relationship with this girl, and I was completely lackadaisical. I did whatever I wanted. I had my apartment a mess. She cleaned my dishes at times. I had a party at my place a few nights ago, you know, like on the weekend, and she basically helped clean up my entire apartment. She saw all my mess and all that garbage and stuff, and I could tell that she wasn't so into me after that. But the thing that hit the nail on the head and destroyed everything was when I said that she had under chin fat. She gave me this look her look pretty much said, "I can't believe you just said that. I'm never seeing you again." That's what the facial expression said that she had. And I made a huge mistake by doing that. I was an idiot. I don't drink, and I was hungover, and I was saying just dumb stuff. Anyways, so one thing that I learned is it really hurt me really badly when she left, right? When she ended it, I was real hurt, man. I was bawling, dude. I don't know. It was like losing someone, a close family member to dying of like some sort of illness. It really did feel like that. It was someone that I felt very close to. The closest person I had in my life for a time. So, what I learned is one thing. You want to generally never stay monogamous. Don't stay monogamous. I understand how there's like this loyalty and all this stuff, and I know it's the right way to go about it, like more morally correct. Don't stay monogamous. Date other girls. See other girls. If a girl, lie to her and just say that you are not with other girls. You're committed to her. Just lie. I'm telling you, dude, because here's the reason, man. The problems that come from the emotional distress of losing a girl are so insignificant in comparison to the problems that will... the problems of the emotional distress from losing a girl are so much greater than the problems that come from like, whoops, I lied. I was talking to other girls. I was sleeping with other girls. I'm super sorry. Girls, they get hurt, but how do I say? You know, there's a lot more scenarios where like girls they share guys. They share guys around, right? There's like a more inherent reason that guys want their girls not to stray, because evolutionarily, it could seem as if the girl is wanting to get other, sperm from another dude of higher genetic quality, and then the beta male guy will raise the offspring of that alpha male secretly without him even knowing it's not his child, right? So that's why I'm saying it's a different thing when girls cheat and guys cheat. It's not the same thing. It's a lot. it has much more serious consequences when a girl cheats, evolutionarily speaking. And as a result, it has a much more strong emotional results because of it. So it hurts real bad when you are monogamous with a girl, when you reject other girls, tell them, I'm sorry, I'm actually in a relationship right now. I'd love to. I think you're really cool, but right now I'm staying loyal to my girl. And then that girl, like, as I said, they're like machines, right? And they're sociopathic in the way that they deal with men. I'm not kidding. Women are definitely sociopathic in the way they deal with men. They will leave you so easily, and your emotions won't matter. It's her emotions that matter. If you put in the proper input, she might see you again. If you don't put in the proper input, let's say you're needy, you show her how hurt you are, you're crying, that input will not attract her. She's not thinking about how you're feeling. She doesn't care for the most part. She cares about her. She's just going to react like a machine, like without conscience. It's going to be like, if you put those certain reactions in her, she'll come back and she'll want to see you again, maybe. But if you don't put those certain inputs in her, she's going to completely not care. She's not going to care. Like for 3 days, man, I was really hurt, and I was texting her. I was telling her that like she meant so much to me, etc. Doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. I sacrificed so much also for her. I would like pay for her in certain scenarios. She would pay for herself too. You know, it wasn't like a beta situation. It was, I was just kind of like, I was doing a lot for her. I was even planning out, she was leaving the city for a while, so I was going to plan out things we could have done, etc. around the city. I was like thinking, what does she like? What would she love to do? What? I was just contemplating. I was like, we could go to this park, we could go to this zoo, blah, blah, blah. I was thinking about all these things for her because she actually, I liked her that much, right? And I learned that, So number one, never stay monogamous with a girl, even if it's better to lie. It's better to lie and say that you're monogamous than actually be monogamous and not talk to other girls. You maybe don't sleep with like 1,000 girls, but connect with as many women as you can, always, all the time, period. I'm sorry. It sounds brutal, but it's the fact. It has so many benefits. When it comes to the greater outcome, it's much better because you're not as destroyed afterwards. If I was dating like 2 other girls while I'm dating this one, I would have been a lot better. I would not be crying, okay? Now, she left me like this. Her message was like, after all that like heart I put into the connection with her, her message was like, oh, I'm sorry, I just feel that this is not working out. I didn't like what you said. I don't want to see you again. Goodbye. Boom. You know? This is a girl that I was thinking like I would risk my life for situation. Think about that. And how easily she just went off. And probably slept with another dude the next night. Who knows? I don't know what her situation is. But, so number one, never stay monogamous. Number 2, remember that women are kind of like machines. And you generally, if a girl is not happy in a relationship, she will go to one where she is happy. So if she's in a relationship that is making her feel bad or not happy, she will leave it. She actually has to feel, for the most part, a positive vibe in the relationship. So that's why a relationship is a active process. It's not something you get into and are completely passive about. You actually have to like do things in the relationship. You can't, if you find, a lot of times, here's the thing that's interesting. Before this relationship, I didn't think that much of her. That's why I didn't put so much effort into her. I was actually thinking to myself, we'd walk out and I'd see other girls and be like, whoa, look at that girl's butt. Whoa, look at this. And I wouldn't want to stay in a relationship with this girl when I saw those things. But then when she broke up with me, I realized what she actually was to me. I was pretty lonely before. I would date other girls, but it would be kind of like, I'd date them, I'd maybe sleep with them for a night or 2, and then it wouldn't go anywhere. I would just, no connection. And this is a person that I actually connected with, and you find those things really, for me, I find those things very rarely. They're very rare. It was amazing. the what she gave me in the relationship. It was a lot of good things. So I'm gonna leave it at that. Yeah, we just end up texting again, and we're still talking about that we're not gonna see each other, etc. Saying our goodbyes. Yeah, so that's that. Also, be careful of investing so much in a girl. Don't invest too much in a girl. Don't. I'm telling you, because when they do break up with you, if you really like her and she's someone of high SMV, she will probably move to another guy. They will leave. They leave. Trust me on that. Sooner, and it's very hard to predict when they will. And don't think that you as a person and how hurt you are is going to influence anything. It's not. It really isn't. This girl that I was with, I would say is one of the nicest girls I've ever been with. And you want to know what? None of my crying and none of my pain from her leaving did anything. She just left. There's nothing I could do. She didn't care how I felt. She didn't care how I felt. So a lot of times girls, they just don't care how you feel. When you are not the ideal guy to them, they will not, they're out. Again, I told you they're sociopathic. They care about themselves in relationships. When it comes to men, it's always them first. Trust me on that. It's like this. You could give a girl $1 million, house. You could work for her, etc. You could do everything for her, do her so much stuff. But at the end of the day, if she doesn't feel happy, or if she doesn't like you, if she's not enjoying the relationship, she will leave. She will leave. Now, some girls who don't have better options may stay, but a lot of times most girls will leave and go to another guy. They'll go to another scenario. So I want you guys to be aware of that. Don't be fooled thinking that the girl that you're with is going to be any different. I told you, it's like a very deep part of feminine nature. The nice girls throughout evolutionary past would reproduce with unattractive dudes because they're nice, right? They'd be much more likely to reproduce with unattractive dudes, and they'd produce unattractive offspring that would have a lot of trouble mating. Like kind of situation like that. They would have trouble mating, so there'd be less of them throughout future generations. The survival of the fittest and sexual selection basically says that the selfish genes, the selfish gene machines, if you want to call them selfish humans, let's say, when it comes to reproduction, fare better than those that are altruistic. So if you find girls are not altruistic in love. Trust me on that. Okay, guys. What else did I learn? I want to give another topic here. How do I say? Oh yeah. For those of the guys that are not, who are very unsuccessful, and remember what I said about looks maxing and improving yourself. Really improve your body, increase your protein intake, etc. Get more muscular, get lower body fat, and never invest too much in a girl. Trust me on that. If you can, if you're Jeff Bezos and you just invest like $1 million like it's nothing, go ahead. But for the most part, don't invest much in a girl unless you just don't do it. I'd say don't do it. Don't do for a girl what you wouldn't do for your friend. That's what I'd say. Like your guy friend. If you'll take him out, even then, it's like your guy friend deserves more because you know he's probably going to be there for you most of the time, right? Girls are fickle, right? So with a guy friend, I guess you could actually give more even. With a girlfriend, though, you don't know when they're going to just leave you. You don't know how much you actually matter to them. You don't know who they're going to meet in the coffee shop or the library, which is going to make them completely think, oh, I don't want my boyfriend that I have now. I want this guy. and she will leave. If she finds a better option, she will go. The female nature is, it's for the most part in the way. Now, female nature is good in a lot of ways, but when it comes to how they operate in relationships, it's really bad. It's very, it's immoral. It's immoral. Their actual biological natures are immoral. I'm not saying that all girls are immoral. I'm saying their biological natures are not aligned with morality. Okay? So they're aligned with, they're very, very primal. They are sculpted from millions of years of evolutionary past. It's survival of the fittest, survival of the most attractive. That's what actually dictates what they do. These deep biological traits, instincts, and drives. Anyways, let's see. Oh yes. Okay. So looks do matter a lot, but there is definitely a factor of social status definitely mattering too. So you want to portray yourself and be a excellent person for the most part. No, I'm not talking about, you don't have to be super good person, super like a ethical person, but I'm saying you want to be someone who has respect from other people, and being admired by other women is also a good thing. It's called pre-selection. Women are attracted to that. And I'd also say, yes, just don't like the things I invested in this girl. Now that she left, they're all gone. That investment went nowhere. I enjoyed experiences with her, so they just turned into memories now, right? I enjoyed some experiences with her, but the investments, the money that I put in, the time that I put in, the effort that I put in, the thinking that I put in, the emotion that I put in, all of that is completely gone. It was all wasted. Don't invest much in a girl. And on a first date, sure, put down a bit of money and get her, like a drink or something, but not too much, right? I always try to stay under like $15 max for her on a first date. 15. Like last night I was out getting drinks with another girl and it costed $14, but I would not go past that. If she wanted another drink, I would be like, you got to pay for yourself. I would have said something like that. But yeah, I'll leave it at that. Sad things happen. It was even if you do succeed from inceldom, there's still pain on the other side. Trust me. There's still a lot of pain there. My tears for being single were not as bad as my tears from being heartbroken from this girl. Okay? It was brutal. Okay. So I'm going to leave it at that. And I appreciate you guys listening, and I hope this helped a bit. I'm still down and out right now, so I would have to get my head back together for a better talk. All right. Thank you. Bye.